Hello, friends. Welcome back as I take you to another episode of our journey to the mystifying land of the Northeast. Thanks to all of you for your views, likes, and subscribes in the previous episodes. The Northeast is an unexplored and little known territory of our great country. The northeastern region of India is endowed with some of the beautiful landscapes you can imagine. The awe inspiring beauty of the Northeast is something you need to visit and experience. Something which need to be felt. Hi, I'm Shantanu, your host, and welcome to another episode of the series Mystique Northeast, Classroom Beyond Walls. Yes, as I say always, there is so much to learn in your classrooms, but there's much more you can learn beyond classrooms. Today I'll take you to the beautiful land of Manipur, a picture postcard state with hills and valleys intermingled to give it a feel that the valleys are being guarded by the sentinels of hills. The state of Manipur was a princely state, and after independence, Maharaja Buddha Chandra signed an instrument of accession and joined independent India. Many people don't know that the land of Manipur has witnessed various wars in its history. Like any other state of India, where the freedom fighters fought valiantly against the British rule, here in Manipur, the story of Bir Tikendrajit Singh, who fought against the British to overthrow their rule and was captured by the British and hanged on 13th August 1891 at Polo Ground, Imphal, still reverberates. The day is still celebrated as Patriots' Day in Manipur, in remembrance of the fallen heroes of Manipur in the Anglo-Manipur War. The sacrifice of Bir Tikendrajit Singh and General Thangal is still remembered. Let me now give you some interesting facts regarding the state of Manipur. Well, the state of Manipur is blessed with an innumerable rich flora and fauna and is 67% hill tract covered forests. The lush green forests and the plains in the valley offer you a mix of tropical to subalpine climate. Land to the famous Siroi lily, which is the only terrestrial lily grown on the hilltops of Siroi Hill, Ukhrul. Interestingly, there are a lot of local stories regarding the flower, and it's believed that the flower represents kindness, prosperity, and happy life. Many attempts were made to grow this flower outside the state, but failed. Interesting, isn't it? The state is also home to the famous and unique Sangai deer, also called the dancing deer. The Manipur brow antler deer, as it is called in English, is an endemic and endangered species and is found in Manipur only. It is also the state animal of Manipur. Manipur is home to a mixed population from different ethnic backgrounds. The population pattern is distributed along the geographical lines. The Meiteis, who contribute around 60% of the population of Manipur, are based in valley, while the hill region is populated by the Kukis. Manipur has a blend of people across all cultures and religions spread throughout. Multi-ethnicity with multiple festivals, multiple cuisine and traditions makes Manipur a vibrant place to visit and understand the existing harmony. Your journey to Manipur begins the moment you land at Imphal, the capital city of Manipur. Imphal is at the center of the valley with blue-green hills surrounding the city as its sentinels. A view you will instantly fall in love with. Your visit to Imphal can start by visiting the famous Kangla Fort. Situated close to the banks of Imphal River, the Kangla Fort stands as a symbol of Manipur's glory. The word Kangla means dry land. Kangla was the ancient capital of Manipur, and a number of Meitei rulers have ruled from this fort. The existence of this fort dates back to 3380, when the mythical god, king of Manipur, Nongda Lairen Pakhamba, first ascended the throne. A visit to Kangla Fort is a must for art lovers, historians, and normal tourists too, as it holds immense archaeological, religious, and historical significance. Situated at a slight distance from Kangla Fort, in the heart of Imphal is the Shahid Minar. a heritage structure dedicated to the valiant martyrs of Manipur who sacrificed their lives during the Anglo-Manipur War, a turning point in the history chapters of Manipur. I want to take you back a little into history, as the city of Imphal has played a major role in the shaping of it. The Second World War between the Japanese and the Allied forces has witnessed several battles fought in the Southeastern Asian region. The city of Imphal was also witness to the famous Battle of Imphal, as it is called, an important part of the Burma campaign which crushed the Japanese aim of cutting the lines of communication of Allied forces. The Battle of Imphal was a turning point as the Japanese suffered heavy casualties and were forced to retreat back. Located close to the north gate of Kangla Fort is the famous Imphal War Cemetery. Maintained by the Commonwealth War Graves Commission, this cemetery has 1,600 graves of officers and men martyred during the Second World War. Each grave has the details of the soldier neatly marked for identification, some of them blank for the soldiers who could not be identified. A calm and quiet reminder of wars and their effects. Located 20 kilometers from Imphal at Maibam Lokpaching, or the Red Hill, is the Imphal Peace Museum. A joint effort by India and Japan, this museum has articles belonging to Japanese soldiers who died during the Second World War. The articles donated by their families. The war as seen by the Japanese with a sense of reconciliation. This museum is a must visit to understand the perspective from the other side of the war. The museum gives a message of peace to the future generation. Well, now let me take you out from the topic of war and take you to a place which is absolutely vibrant, colorful and cheerful. Well, if you are in Imphal, you must go to the Ima market. Yes, Ima market or the Ima Kethal is a full-fledged market with more than 3,000 stalls run by Imas or mothers in local language. You can find everything under one roof, from fruits, vegetables, dried fish to handloom and pottery items sold by ever-smiling and ever-energetic womenfolk of Manipur. The entire market is filled with vibrant color and happiness as the ladies go about their businesses day after day. They will scold you when you start bargaining, but once you turn back, they will call you and offer you the same price. Mothers, absolutely brilliant. Your trip to Manipur is incomplete if you have not visited the famous Loktak Lake and the Kibol Lamjao National Park, the world's only floating national park. Interesting, isn't it? Can you imagine the feel of sleeping at one place in the night and waking up in another place, few kilometers away? If you want to experience the feeling, then come to Loktak Lake, where the floating circular swamps, or the fumdis, called in local language, is home to many people. These swamps houses people and they keep floating on the lake. Located 53 kilometers from Imphal, Loktak Lake looks riddled with islands from top, but these are actually collection of floating heterogeneous masses of vegetation. The floating masses houses people with their boats and is a treat to watch during the sunsets. Apart from humans, these lakes also houses 425 species of animals, 100 species of birds, and almost 250 species of aquatic plants. Here, if luck is by your side, you can also witness the famous Sangai, or the dancing deer. With an area of 40 square kilometers, the Kibol Lamjao National Park is the only national park in the world which is floating. Imagine an entire blend of flora and fauna floating. It's an experience you won't forget. Friends, who can forget the contribution of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose and the Indian National Army in the freedom struggle of India? Well, situated 45 kilometers from Imphal city, in a small town of Moirang, is the INA Museum. It is here in this place that a temporary headquarters of INA was established and the tricolour was hoisted for the first time in India on 14th April 1944. The place is still home to lots of photographs and other memorabilia, including letters, uniform badges, and other articles of the Indian National Army. A visit here takes you back to the journey of the Indian freedom struggle and fills you with a sense of pride and gratitude. Adorned with lush green forest and sprawling grasslands, Bishnupur in Manipur is the destination for the religious and the spiritual contentment. Situated 27 kilometers from Imphal, the Bishnupur town is home to many temples and relics. You can visit the various temples here like the Pancharatna temple and the Jor Bangla temple. Pancharatna temple is a preserved heritage site with magnificent architectural beauty. The terracotta designs and pattern on the walls of the temple are a major tourist attraction. The Jor Bangla temple is a 17th century temple with its architecture design being most popular. The state of Manipur is rich in its natural beauty and the interwoven forest, plains and mountains. To witness the scenic landscapes adorned with serpentine streams, you should travel to Senapati, a district with beautiful natural gift. While in Senapati, you must enjoy the beauty of Sadhuchari waterfalls. Cascading from a height of nearly 300 meters, this waterfall and the journey to the waterfall is mesmerizing. The valley surrounding the waterfall is an exquisite green carpet. You can sit here and enjoy the gift of the nature. And if you love to explore the distinctive culture and historical background of various communities, then you should visit the very famous Makhel caves in Senapati. These caves are considered to be highly sacred for the people both in Manipur and Nagaland, as the folklore suggests that this is the place from where the Naga community originated and migrated to different parts. Each folklore teaches us so many interesting things. That's the beauty of the Northeast. Do you know that Manipur was called the Switzerland of India by Lord Irwin? Exploring Manipur and knowing more about their culture can be very interesting. The culture of Manipur is as exotic and ancient as the state itself. The love for art and culture is inherent to the people here in Manipur. They also project their culture in different dances and music. The culture is a perfect colorful mixture of rich customs, traditional cuisines, music, dance, and host of festivals which celebrate each and every moment of human life. There is an annual festival which showcases the vibrant traditions and culture of Manipur on a single platform. The festival is the annual Sangai Festival, which is hosted by the government of Manipur every year from 21st to 30th of November. So if you want to be part of this world-class festival, you now know the dates. This festival is celebrated to promote art, culture, handicrafts, handlooms, and is a perfect place to experience Manipur. I'm sure all of you must have at some point of time witnessed a game of polo. But do you know where did the modern game of polo originate? Well, it's here in Manipur. Polo, which started as a game in Persia by mounted nomads somewhere in 600 BC, had witnessed a lot of transformation since then. But the modern day polo originated as a game in Manipur. Known as Sagol Kanjai or Pulu, name of the wooden ball used in the game derived its name as polo. The oldest polo ground in the world is the Imphal Polo Ground, which still exists as Old Polo Field. AD 33 is the time this ground is chronicled. Major General Joseph Ford Scherer, father of modern polo, played at the Imphal Polo Ground in 1850. The first polo club in India was established in Silchar in Assam in 1853. Amazing, isn't it? The game of polo, which is now an internationally acclaimed and played sport, originated in Manipur. Gustave Flaubert, the French novelist, once said that it is always sad to leave a place to which one knows one will never return. Such are the melancholies of journey. Perhaps they are the most rewarding things about traveling. So true it seems when you start packing your bags for the journey back home. It's a sense of fulfillment, but also it's a sad moment to leave a place which makes such a beautiful impression on your hearts and minds. Well, friends, I come to the end of this episode. Hope your next destination will be this beautiful state. This is your host Shantanu signing off. Next week, I will take you to the state of Nagaland. Another state, another story, lots of interesting facts, and of course, lots of learning. Because as I say always, there is classroom beyond walls. Stay safe, stay healthy.